Hello, and welcome to the Monster Painter. This time I'm going on a field trip to a big used board game sale, and I'm going to try to find myself some miniatures. All right, let's go. Okay, so let's get going. Out of the Monster Painter studio and off into the great big world. This event is across town, so I will be leaving my bike behind and taking public transit. It would be a long ride to get there and a real challenge to haul all that precious loot back to the studio. So I'm going to be jumping on the Chariot of the People. Here's the bus. I wonder if I'm going to run into anyone along the way. And look who I should run into on my way to the board game sale. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Are we going to buy some board games?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Maybe. We'll see.
So this big board game sale is a charity event and fundraiser for Parkinson's disease, a commemoration of a local gamer who succumbed to that illness. Definitely a worthy cause. This event, like so many other community events that happen in Canada, is taking place at the Legion Hall, and the name of this Legion Hall could be a history lesson and a civics class wrapped up in one. And here we are in the hall, and it's packed full of vendors and patrons bustling about on the hunt for tabletop treasure. Let's take a look at what's on offer. Alright, looks like we got some good old grognard gold. Old-time war games fought with cardboard chits. Old school fun for sure. Oh, and we got some more modern stuff with tempting prices. Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Here we have my friend Andrew selling a bunch of his stuff.
These are games for sale.
For sale, you say? Look at that. You're selling your copy of Titan? My God.
It's my third copy.
Oh, your third copy?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're hardcore?
Oh, I'm pretty hardcore.
Yeah. How is the sale going?
Not well for me, but Mark's doing well.
Oh, that's good.
Mark's more up to date on the cool Euro games. They're really
Right.
Yeah.
And you've got all the grognardy...
All the old stuff.
Yeah. Such is life.
C'est dommage.
Yep. But it's not all old stuff and Euros. There are plenty of family classics here, including chess. I guess people still play chess. I think. I suppose. I kid. Ooh, now this is more like it. Toy soldiers and toy soldier related goodness. I mean wargaming miniatures. Lots of fun stuff. I may have to pull my wallet out and buy something. Ooh, what am I gonna get? Oh good, another table of wargaming fun. Not super exciting prices for this cheap old codger, but still an interesting lot of stuff. Yeah, and I think something may have caught my eye. We shall have to see if I manage to pick it up.
It's pretty good. It's quite fun. I'm not too familiar with the LCG guy. Oh, I know. It's such a good system, right? The LCG.
Channel about painting miniature war game models.
I like monsters, so...
I do too. Monsters are the best. And I think my audience will enjoy your table quite a bit. We got some more modern war games, and they are priced to move. Oh boy, so much stuff. So many goodies. Oh my gosh, giant miniatures, if there is such a thing. Great big gaming models of Roman gladiators. Wow, that must be fun. but a bit of a storage nightmare. And some more proper war games, so much easier to store unless you have way too many.
Hey, Angus.
Hey, Les, buddy.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun at the board game thing we just did.
Yep. Angus is an old friend. He bought some stuff at the sale. What'd you get?
Wits and Wagers. I've been looking for this for a year. I'm so excited
Excellent.
to play that.
Ooh,
Fun party game.
that's an awesome game. Azul is great.
Yes, I have one at home, and this one has something else special about it, so I can't wait to check it out.
Excellent.
Scattergory is another one for partying.
Categories.
Yeah, I know. We got kids.
Okay.
Also got road tripping.
Road tripping.
Got kids. We love it, man.
Yep.
It's fun games. This is a little bit like Chinese checkers, but different, but also like Blockus, but not like
Okay,
Chinese
well,
checkers.
Blockus is fun.
But it's different.
How are you going to understand the rules there?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn Mandarin.
Yep.
And then finally, Terra Nova.
Terra
Just 6.
Nova, can't go wrong.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Yep. How much did you drop on all this?
Oh, I didn't pay attention. Maybe $100.
Okay, that's good. That's a really good haul for $100.
Yeah,
Excellent.
fun.
And our mutual friend Dave Shepard is on his phone. Dave, let's see what you got.
Okay, well, I picked up what's supposed to be a terrible game, but it was $10, and it has components. As you know, sometimes you just want what's in the box, you don't care about the rules.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. I didn't buy anything that I'm just going to loot for components.
Okay, and then again, one of my favorite designers is Ryan Lockett, so I picked up a copy of Sleeping
Sleepy Hollow.
Gods with the whole Kickstarter.
Oh, Kickstarter expansion-y thing.
Yeah, and then yes, another small expansion for Imperial Assault.
Oh, who did you get?
Kane Somos.
Kane, who the hell's that?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then Fall of the Mountain King.
Fall of the Mountain King.
Don't know much about it. It was recommended to me by Josh, and
Yeah.
so I give it a go. Price was right,
Cool.
and I believe that is well. There's some more Sleeping Gods Kickstarter
Okay.
exclusives.
Right.
So, and that's it.
That's it.
everything.
How much did you drop?
Probably about 100 as well.
Okay, not bad at all. Good haul, good stuff. Okay, Dave, you're wearing another one of your crazy t-shirts.
Yeah, another Geek Swap T-shirt. These things are becoming collectible.
Collectible t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a bit loud, but it's pink and it matches Angus's, so we're twins today. Yeah,
Oh,
see?
look at that.
See? We're
Yeah.
like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Yeah, totally. Danny DeVito and Arnold
We
Schwarzenegger.
call every morning to make sure we match in some way, shape, or form.
Especially the socks.
Especially socks.
All right, back at the Monster Painter studio, and it's time to dig into my stack of treasure. I dropped 65 Canadian dollars on this pile. Now let's see if I got my money's worth. We are going to start with a bag of loose miniatures, the core of which are some Chaos Space Marines. There are a few other models I picked up separately. Altogether, I spent about $13 on this selection, a $5 on the Evil Marines, and $8 on the rest. Let's take a closer look at them. Our Chaos Space Marines are mostly old metal with some questionable paint jobs and some dodgy conversion work. They look like a lot of fun and are well worth the $5. I paid $8 for the remaining 4 models, and it's quite a deal. This Dwarven Engineer once belonged to a Warhammer Fantasy Battles Dwarven Weapons team, probably some sort of cannon crew. He will make a great Enchanter in Frostgrave, so I'm as pleased as Punch. This one-armed Space Marine is real old, going all the way back to 1990, probably from the Rogue Trader era, I think. I will have some fun restoring him. For the other 2, I got a War Machine Hordes model of some sort. I don't know which one. And I don't know what line the girl is from, but she looks real dangerous, so I had to pick her up. The next acquisition is Games Workshop's Warhammer Underworlds Harrowdeep. Now, as I understand, the game is set in a magical maze with two warbands battling it out with dice and cards. It appears to be fairly well regarded, although the series seems to suffer from the GW milking the cow syndrome and all that entails. I don't really know, and I don't really care. I bought it for the models, and I paid the princely sum of $10 for this box. It was discounted because one of the sprues was missing. Thankfully, it was the sprue with the Sigmarines on it, leaving me with a sprue of orcs, which is awesome. Warhammer good guys are kinda meh, but we all know orcs is the best! Now it's time to put that sprue together. I have assembled the plastic glue, the snips, the utility knife, and the instructions for the job. The build is super simple and straightforward for such a complex and dynamic model. Once again, I have to hand it to Games Workshop. They make great stuff. That being said, it's a lot easier to appreciate the quality of GW models when you only paid a tenner for the sprue of 5. On to my main purchase. I dropped $40 on what appears to be the all-in Kickstarter for the tower defense game Besieged. We're going to start with the sculpted Molfins set. Molfins appear to be explosive little creatures that are used as hand grenades by trolls to attack the tower in the Besieged expansion, Darkness and Fury. We get 36 of the little monsters, and we can take a look at them if I can ever manage to get them out of this packaging. Oh, great. It looks like the Molfins have exploded. Why am I not surprised? It looks like we get 3 different sculpts of these little dudes. They could be imps in Frostgrave, or kobolds in Dungeons and Dragons, or snotlings during the month of Orktober. And, well, now I have a whole bunch of the guys. Here comes the Besieged Alternative Orc Sculpts box. It represents the clearest evidence we are dealing with an all-in Kickstarter pledge. I sure hope this box is easier to open than the last one. So, what's inside? Well, it looks like 8 angry green men. Let's take a closer look at what we have. And we have 2 copies of 4 different sculpts, and they look very orky indeed. This is a great set, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the other orcs we are going to encounter in this dig. Hero set number 1. Well, the monster painter is not exactly excited about hero sets. Oh well, this one is still in its shrink wrap. We will have to fix that. Let's see here. We get some player boards, which I could care less about, and 3 heroic miniatures. Let's take a closer look. What do we get? A couple of over-sexualized rogues and an engineer with a comically oversized hammer. While they are not monsters, they are pretty good sculpts, and they will be really quite useful, I think. All right. On to Darkness and Fury, the expansion for Besieged. It looks like a very well-produced game full of fun plastic miniatures, and unsurprisingly, once we get the box open, it is full of orky goodness. There are an awful lot of models in this here box, but that's not all, because this is a tabletop game. It is full of boards and tokens and chits and rules and a whole lot of other stuff that I am not interested in because I have no intention of playing Besieged. All I want is the plastic candy. So let's take a look at the real goodies in this box. First up is a cavalcade of player character types with a broad variety of models. I think a couple of these might belong to this box, and the rest are from hero set expansions that came with the Kickstarter. The previous owner has at least put them to some use at some point. Some of them are quirky, and most of them are rather stylized, but they are pretty solid models, and I am sure I'm going to find some uses for these guys. Looks like I have 7 big trolls. These guys look like the ones that lob the poor little Mulfins as hand grenades. Mean, dangerous guys with good sculpts. And I get 4 proper trolls armed the proper way with big clubs. I always have room for more trolls in my collection. We have 4 big beefy orcs with great big axes and Viking helmets. Gotta love them. Then there are 12 more orcs with 2 axes each and little heads to denote their intellectual capacity. Excellent stuff. Next we have 7 quirky miniatures. They appear to have bat heads and blunderbusts. What fun is that? So cool. Alright, there are also 4 collapsed tower markers. I might be able to use them as rubble. Either way, they're still fun. Then we have the creme de la creme of this box, and maybe even of the whole lot. This super orky dragon. In fact, this dragon is so orky it may not be a dragon. Maybe it's an orctocore. You know, like a manticore, but rather than being part human, it's part orc. At any rate, it is absolutely a fantastic model, and I couldn't be more pleased. Finally, we come to the last box, the core box of Besieged, Sons of the Abyss. This box does seem to have some edge wear, so it got some play. I think back when this Kickstarter launched, the original owner paid something like $250 for all of this stuff. It does deliver with a huge pile of awesome miniatures and great art on the boards and the tokens and the cards. Unfortunately, the game itself does not appear to be very good. It is long, not fun, and driven by dice randomness. I don't think I'm going to bother with the game itself at all. If Tom Vassell says it's not very good, then I believe him. And all that's okay. I'm only after the miniatures after all. But it is a lesson. No matter how cool it looks, if the game itself isn't good, then all you have is a big pile of plastic. Now, let's look at that big pile of plastic. And of course, we get more player character models. They are fine, and they have these colored covers on the base, which might have served an in-game purpose or just identified which player they belong to. At any rate, they come off easily enough. Overall, the character models are pretty good, quirky, interesting, good details, good poses, and all that stuff. They are a touch on the larger size, but nothing that's going to be noticeable or irritating. So, all in all, very solid guys. Now on to the avalanche of monster fun, starting with these giant singing toads. There are about 18 of them, and they're great models. I will probably paint them up in a variety of colors, and as a result, I'll get all sorts of use out of them. Then I have 9 models of some crazy dude riding the toads into battle. It's fun, but nowhere near as useful as the toads on their own, but still cool. Next I have 8 rock monsters who are hurling rocks or possibly balls of magma. They are dangerous looking blokes. We also get the same monster in a different pose, which is always good. These 2 dudes appear to be singing opera, which can be a truly deadly weapon. There are no less than 30 of these rock monster warrior guys. That is a big pile of rocks. I will have to think up some sort of simple color scheme for these sculpts if I ever plan to get them all painted up. Then we have some similar looking guys with big old 2-handed weapons. I think there are about 8 of them, and they are nice and dangerous looking. And thanks to Kickstarter, we get 2 more in a different pose. They have one crazy weapon, but I still wouldn't get too close to them. Here come the game components, including a bunch of tower markers in 2 colors and 2 sculpts. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but they're pretty cool. Then there is this selection of math rocks, always nice, including a pair of lovely custom dice. As well, we get some great tokens. I can see a ton of potential uses for these things, particularly the little yellow sack and the bread with the knife sticking out. Great stuff. Our penultimate model in this epic journey is this orange Arthurian objective marker. I wasn't expecting to find something like this, but it is a very cool miniature for sure. At long last, we come to the final miniature in this sprawling, besieged Kickstarter set, and it's a weird one. A big old 6-legged rock monster, possibly the mother of all those toads. Who knows? It's a cool monster. Well, I definitely got more than my money's worth out of this giant lot. I think there's at least 150 models in the Besiege set alone, so this miniature hunt was a rousing success. I am very pleased, but boy do I have a lot of new miniatures to paint up. Anyway, with all that done, I think it's time for a monster fight! Tonight's monster fight features this freshly painted big buff orc. He is a heavy lifter, but not a heavy thinker. Versus this monstrous molten crone! A foot soldier in an abyssal army bent on the destruction of Castle Maudhelm. Who will win? Only the dice have the answer. Okay, wow. It is gonna be quite a fight. And there you have it! Green skin triumphs over melted rock! A cavalcade of cheap plastic. Some of it really cheap plastic. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and ring the bell. Ring the bell!